Hello, and welcome to another episode of Unpacking Live on Faith. I am your host, Christian from Hunky, joined as usual by the lovely Joseph Federico, the Marketing Maven,
Hello,
and
hello.
with a special guest for spooky season, Señor Scary. Hello, Señor Scary. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much, Christians. Hi, Joe. How are you? Thank you for having me
Hello.
on.
Happy
Hello,
Halloween,
everybody.
everybody.
Happy Halloween. Happy spooky season. This is great to have you all here. And thank you, everyone who's tuning in, listening in during the spooky season. Today, we want to talk about Halloween
Hmm.
and why is Halloween gay or is Halloween gay?
Of course it's gay. End
Is
of
it
show.
though?
That's it.
That's it. Thank you so much for
Goodbye.
listening. Halloween is
See you
gay.
later.
No, but seriously though, is it Halloween gay?
Seriously.
Is the question that we want to answer today.
How about you, Señor Scary? You want to go first?
Well, yeah, I thought we'd start this conversation with a little quick history lesson because everybody loves history, right?
Mhm.
So,
Yes, I do.
just quickly, Halloween started as a very rambunctious holiday for adults. They would tear up property, they would do all kinds of stuff. In the 50s, they said, you know what? We need to outlaw a lot of this,
Mhm.
stuff. And so they started changing the holiday to be more family focused and home parties and decorations and kids, right? They started pushing the kids and somehow from the 50s to I want to say late 70s, it became a kids holiday. And
Mhm.
in the 80s, it was the gay people that really started saying, you know what, we're going to reclaim Halloween as an adult Halloween,
Mhm.
as an adult holiday. And it was like the drag queens and the parades and going to the discos. And that really was embracing a lot of that Halloween vibe. The Greenwich Village parade kind of did a thing. The Castro, I remember when I moved to San Francisco in the late 90s, the Castro had these huge, huge Halloween parties,
Mhm.
and it all centered around this gay community.
Mhm.
And I guess I never played attention when I was growing up in Texas that there's a lot of gayness to Halloween, the dressing up, right, the wigs,
Mhm.
the makeup, the drag, like all of it is very, very gay.
Mhm.
And it's also a chance to be whatever you want without criticism.
I couldn't agree more with what you just said, Senior Jerry. It's a holiday that gives people permission to experiment, I think. And you see this a lot on social media, right? Like people go back and the first time they did drag is when it was a Halloween party, right? They tried on a woman the first time, and yeah, they put on makeup for the first time because it's socially allowed for one night a year. So this is when people start experimenting, and then it awakens something in them, and then
Mhm.
Halloween turns them gay, I guess. So it's a magical night for sure.
Yeah.
Uh, did you have something you want to share, Joe?
No, just you said the first time men have done drag, and I was raising my hand because that was me and my partner.
For Halloween, what did you dress up for us?
Halloween. We were the twins from The Shining.
Yes.
Ah,
Classic.
Scary.
ah,
Classic.
Scary.
chef's kiss. Yes, there are pictures on social media. Everyone has to dig for them, but they're there. I looked like my mother. It was
That's
fun.
cute though. So I grew up into it where when I was a child, we didn't celebrate Halloween, right? So Halloween was never a thing in Chile
Me.
until actually I moved out. I remember being around my twins and some classmates and I, because we were always exposed to American pop culture, we knew what Halloween
Mm.
was all about. We knew when it was in the year, but in Chile it was not a thing, right? So we tried to throw a Halloween party. Nobody came. Nobody dressed. I mean, the few people that came didn't dress up. There was no candy. It was like nobody was doing anything. So it was very disappointing. When I moved to the States, I was so excited for my first Halloween.
Mm.
Um, a lot of kids came. It was very fun. I was just handing out candy, but I was just beside myself because I was finally participating.
Yeah.
But I learned, like talking with my family, I learned that pretty much the year that I left, people started celebrating Halloween, like the imported Halloween. And now it's a big thing,
Yeah.
with their Chilean equivalent to Spirit Halloween, right? Like they're renting
Mhm.
costumes or selling, cheap plastic costumes. Like people are dressing up, the parades and everything. So apparently now, the whole commercial aspect of Halloween has reached Chile. So yeah, all the whole stuff is like that wasn't a thing that was lived there.
Well, you started the trend. That's it. It's because of you.
I know they were waiting for me to leave, so they started. But anyways, Señor Scary, what do you do for Halloween? I know that you, Halloween is your thing.
Yeah, I mean it's like everything else. It's an evolving platform. I graduated with a theater degree, and I haven't done theater in years. And when we bought this house, I thought I have permission to really go crazy now. And now I do theater on my lawn with skeletons and lights, and that's how I do my version of theater and what I call these Halloween installations. And it's to me it's like it's a year-round process of planning and kind of like thinking like what am I going to do, and I have a very specific theme now, and it's very Mexican folklore based. So there's a lot of folklore in my actual haunt. So I'll go and buy stuff and transform it or make stuff to kind of support the folklore. And because I'm an educator at heart, I have little QR codes you can scan and learn more about the folklore.
Yeah,
because I'm very interested about how folklore around all the world, right? Because like you were talking about how there was no Halloween in Chile. Halloween is an American holiday as we know it, right? But there's so many festivals that celebrate death across the world, right? It's not just, it's just, we celebrate it as Halloween. Mexico celebrates it as Dia de los Muertos, nothing to do with Halloween. And it's on and on and on. The more you kind of like look at folklore, you see, oh, it's everywhere. It's a celebration of death.
That's yeah. I mean, it's in Chile at least imported from the Spaniards in Europe, right? They normally celebrate Todos los Santos the next day, where people go to the cemetery and remember the dead. They'll bring booze and drink at the tombstones, with their ancestors. That's kind of like the celebration. The balloons. It's beautiful, but it's very different, right? It doesn't look like Halloween. So to me, in my mind, that wasn't real, but it's true. There's always a way to celebrate and honor the dead in multiple different cultures and countries around the world for sure. Beautiful.
Yeah, there's a great book called Death Makes a Holiday by, I can't remember his name, David, prolific writer. But my mind doesn't remember. Death Makes a Holiday. It's a wonderful book that kind of says, here's all these holidays that celebrate death in their various ways, and that common thread through it all, right? And I think that's really important. I think I personally love the study of folklore and just to see where that thread goes and why it always connects us all. I think it's fascinating.
Okay. Yeah. Halloween has always been exciting for me. It's the changing of the season, fall leaves, baked goods, right? Horror movies. And then the lead up to the big holiday, in a sense like Christmas, is Halloween. You go trick-or-treating with your friends, go to parties, dress up. And it's just the excitement, I think, here in the States that really brings everyone together, especially the gay community. And a follow-up question is, why don't the gays bring it back? I feel like Halloween's been kind of dead the past few years here in America.
Not for Señor long.
What? Not for you, but I think collectively, like,
sir, I beg to differ.
I mean, I do feel like, I mean, I personally, I haven't been celebrating Halloween as in such an emphatic way as I used to. And I think in my case, it's mostly because, the state of the world doesn't lead to celebration, right? So I don't feel like taking
even
the time
more
to
reason.
celebrate. But I agree with you. Yes, this is the time that we should get together and celebrate more what makes us equal than what separates us. And Halloween is a great opportunity for sure. And like we were saying earlier, it's a great opportunity to experiment and be yourself and be free. And I think Yeah, we should. I agree. We should bring it back. We should
Bring
learn
come
more
on,
from
gays.
Señor
Come
Scary.
on, gays.
Well,
Stand up and bring it back.
okay, so here's how I'm going to beg to differ. If you look at the money spent on holidays, Christmas is obviously at the top,
Mhm.
but the second most spent on holiday is Halloween. I just had to look it up to get the current one. So as of 2025, it's a $13.1 billion industry. And this was last in 2024, it was 11.6 billion. In previous years, it was 6 to 10 billion. It
Mhm.
is shooting straight up. And if you walk into, I don't know, a Home Depot anywhere, you will see these massive decorations. If you walk, if you go around town, you will see these 12-foot skeletons everywhere. I think Halloween has definitely evolved and is becoming bigger and bigger and bigger. Social media trends like the influencers that are just do Halloween, like my spooky little Halloween, and all these wonderful influencers.
Mhm.
They like their audience keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I think Halloween is getting giant. There's a conference in Long Beach called oh my gosh, my memory. There's a
Halloween
Halloween
Con.
con. It's a Halloween con. Midsummer Scream is what it's called.
Mm.
It used to be 4 years ago when I first went. It was reasonable. You could walk.
Mhm.
Today you cannot
Get
walk
through.
without you are stuffed through. The
Oh,
attendance is blown up. It used to take up like a quarter of the convention center. Now it's the entire convention center.
mhm.
It is insanity. So yeah, I think Halloween is here. It is alive. It is thriving. It is
Mm.
huge.
Okay.
It's huge.
Okay.
But is it gay? I guess that's what we're missing. More gaiety. That's what I
It's
want. I
become
guess.
way too pasteurized. It's become, I don't know, just my opinion. Somebody who obviously is a little bit older now, but when I was in my 20s, always bought a Halloween costume, always went to parties, go to Halloween balls, and New Orleans for Halloween is insane.
I imagine.
It's like a
Yeah.
mini Mardi Gras, and there are so many things in which you can partake, and experience. But that's a city like that just holds so many different things for so many people, right?
Right.
But I feel people, and this may be controversial to Señor Scary, but this is why we have differing opinions. Is that
I
it's
will
become,
sharpen my knife.
you're right. It's become, I don't know, like people are afraid of it. I mean, not like in a good way. They're like, oh, I don't want to, because I'm not seeing all the parties. I'm not seeing all the where the dollars are being spent,
Well,
personally.
they're being spent in the 12 suits skeletons, that's for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I gotta say, I haven't seen one in any of my laws where I live, but like I said, I was telling Señor Scary earlier today. I live in very rural Maine, so maybe that's the reason why. But my local Home Depot does have the 12 foot skeleton. It's very scary, very cool. Bro. I've never seen anything like that in my life. They had like a giant tree also, and I was like, this
Mhm.
is crazy. How I mean, and also I was telling my husband it will look great next to our real trees. Like people
Yeah.
don't even know that it's a fake
Right.
tree, and it will be scary as hell. But
Yeah.
no, can't
How
afford
about
it.
the
Too expensive.
how about the Target Lewis, the jack-o'-lantern? My name is Lewis. Have you seen that?
I have not seen that. That's
Oh,
hilarious.
he's so cute, but it's Target. But it's
Yeah, we can
yeah.
Can't support Target. Well, probably the Home Depot is also
It's not great.
problematic.
It's not great.
I don't know.
No.
Probably not. Yep. What are some? I know, Señor Scary, your holiday, your Halloween tradition is to do it's your big thing of the year.
Mhm.
But do you have any like traditions that are more intimate, perhaps, that are not as public
Yes.
facing?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I have 31 days to celebrate Halloween personally. Well, 30 days because that last day is really, really busy at our house. But yeah, every I try to see a horror movie every day. I try to read a horror book, at least one or two. There's just so many little things. I started the fall cocktails during October,
Mhm.
and of course, like you go to the stores and you see pumpkin spice everything. So like
Mhm.
that's That's also going to be a way to celebrate. My husband hates it, but I like change all the soaps out to be like the pumpkin spice soaps, and
Oh yeah, you have to.
you have
That's
to,
so cute
right?
though.
The candles, the pumpkin candles, the whole thing. So it's a whole ritual. Like when I look at it, going, gosh, this is a whole ritual for me
Mhm.
to do, and
That's
I just love it. And
That's awesome. What about you, though? What do you do to celebrate Halloween with your partner or by yourself?
Yeah, you know what? Our biggest tradition is to watch all of the Halloween movies,
That's
all of the
that's
like
smart.
Michael Myers Halloween movies, all of them. I mean, like up to the recent 3 that were released a few years ago, and we get
Mhm.
pizza and we light our pumpkin spice, candles and our candy corn candles, and we just put on horror shirts and relax. That's been our past 2 Halloweens, is just going to like New Hope and going on a ghost tour and enjoying all the fall experiences. But that lead up to Halloween, now we need like 2 weeks to get through all the movies because now there are so many Halloween movies.
Right.
Um, so just low key, just enjoying the cooler weather and just being scared is a lot of fun. So
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
agree. Absolutely. Well, I'm the old one here because we don't really have any Halloween traditions, which we should definitely. We
you
have
should
like
start
Christmas
this year.
tradition and Thanksgiving traditions, but we don't really have a Halloween tradition. So
Mhm.
I'm taking notes because the whole idea of rewatching all of the Halloween movies sounds really exciting to me and kind of fitting.
Right.
Um, Especially because I haven't seen them probably since they came out. Like I don't remember the last time I saw a Halloween movie. So I like the
Classic.
Halloween franchise.
Right, right.
Uh, so yeah, I think this is something that we'll definitely start doing. I guess the one tradition that we do have is that we have to buy a ton of candy for all the children, and then we get mad because children come in from like all the neighborhoods, and my husband gets upset. It's like, why are you here? You're not so like
Yeah.
he doesn't say that, but he tells me, why are
He
these
steals
children
you
here if
behind
they
the
don't even
scenes.
live here? It's like give them candy anyway. It's like don't be the candy police.
Right.
Uh,
Mm.
but yeah, it's fun. I the giving out candy is such an American thing. I guess that I always saw in movies and in a lot of like the pop culture things. So actually being part of it now that I live here in the States, well, for many years now, but still, it still is kind of fun for me. That's the fun part of the holidays.
I
Seeing other people celebrate, and I guess with understaff though, I that's another thing that we can do. We can definitely put on some costumes and enjoy it more.
Well, if you like, I can put together a program of how to celebrate Halloween for you. There's
you
actually a
Actually,
whole
should.
good.
section.
You
There's a
should.
section on my website that says how to celebrate Halloween and all the things you
Yeah.
can do to
I love it.
celebrate
That's
Yes.
Halloween.
marketable, man. We got to talk after this, and you're scary. Yeah.
We
Yeah, it's
definitely should share
Whole
it
program.
far and wide because I'm sure I'm not the only one who doesn't have any Halloween traditions and would love to have some. So
Are you
absolutely,
familiar with a movie
let's.
called Trick or Treat? Trick or Treat?
I think
With Sandy.
I never seen it, but
Yeah.
I'm pretty familiar with the title. I think I've seen the
Yeah,
cover. Yeah.
so it is the quintessential Halloween movie. Came out in 2007, called Trick or Treat with director Michael. Oh my gosh, am I only remembering first names today?
It's
Michael
with Michael.
somebody. He's an amazing director, and he's so amazing. I can't remember his last name. I'm so sorry, Michael. His movie Trick or Treat is like the most amazing. It'll get you in the mood for Halloween.
Yeah.
If you're
Yeah.
ever like, I need a quick way to do that, watch Trick or Treat.
This is Trick or Treat with a R. Is that what you mean? Is that the movie?
Yeah, with a little
Or
R in the middle.
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah, okay, okay. Yes, I understand what you're
Trick
talking
or
about.
treat. Yeah.
Trick or Treat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it Michael Bay, the director?
No, no, it is not Michael Bay.
So, I didn't say
No,
so.
no, no.
But,
This is a good movie. I mean, sorry. This is a
Wow.
the shade. Oh my god! How
no.
dare
You know what?
sirs?
You know what?
Backstage.
I don't rate on anybody's movies. Every movie is somebody's favorite, right? And so you
Mhm.
never want to dump on any movie.
True. That is correct. Very nice of you to say it that way, Señor Scary.
How about
This
everyone's favorite Halloween memory
Mm.
on
uh,
today's Hmm.
I can start with my favorite
Mm.
Halloween memory. Like I said, I don't really have a lot, but as a child, like I said, I was very exposed to Halloween pop culture, and they would play the Charlie Brown Halloween special,
Oh,
The
that's
Great Pumpkin. So I remember watching that as a kid. And again, not understanding what this whole thing was because it wasn't a thing around me, but it was
Mhm.
fascinating to me to see it on TV, it being a thing somewhere else, right? And
Sure.
knowing that it existed. So that's definitely a sorry Halloween favorite Halloween memory.
How about you, Scary?
Nice. Do you want a scary one or do you want a fun one?
Let's go for middle ground. Let's go for more fun.
For more fun. I think one of my favorite memories of Halloween is my very first month in San Francisco and going to the Castro and seeing the amazing parades and rolling down the street, was a woman in a phone booth that was on wheels. It was covered in crows, and she was the character from the birds inside
From the
the phone
birds,
booth.
yes.
Love that.
That's hilarious.
And I was
Okay.
like, oh my God, that was amazing. And that was such a mind-blowing moment of like, people love Halloween here.
Mhm.
We go all
That
out.
was
Yes.
Wow.
So
Okay.
like you know,
Well, when I was younger in the 90s, it was towards the end of Halloween night, and I was broke off on my own for some reason, and I went to the other side of my neighborhood where it was a little bit darker and it was a little bit windier. It was called S Hill, South Hill, where the rich people were, and um the houses were pretty dark, but this one house had their lights on. And I went up to the door and rang the doorbell, and this absolutely beautiful college age man answered the door. And they had just moved to the neighborhood. And I said, trick or treat. And this guy freaked out because his mom or his parents weren't prepared for the holiday. They didn't buy any candy. And he's like, hold on one second. So he ran upstairs, mind you, he just got out of the shower. So he
I can see like, this setups. Okay, go
I didn't
ahead.
know
Sorry.
what the hell I was feeling, but I'm in like my Frankenstein costume, right? Or werewolf, whatever the hell it was. And he had wet hair and he had black sweatpants on and he was barefoot and shirtless. And he ran upstairs, he got a checkbook, wrote me a check for like $1 to put in my like jack-o'-lantern, my whatever. And he said, "Oh, sorry, happy Halloween." And I was like, I am forever changed. That's it. So there was an awakening of
Waging
the
something in you.
spiritual realm in my mind that Halloween. Oh, yeah.
That is a beautiful story. I thought that it could
That's
have
right.
ended in so many different ways. It sounded like a setup for a traditional Triple X movie. So
Mhm.
I'm glad
No.
it ended up in a more
Well,
PG way.
Christian,
Also,
yeah, go ahead.
we should note that for our younger viewers, a checkbook is a piece of paper that you would write out to give people money.
In order to
it's
put
true.
into your bank account and wait several
Right.
days in order
That's how
to
it's supposed
have
to,
that
yes.
transfer go through.
Yeah,
Okay.
good.
That
Just,
is true.
just a baseline note, just to make sure
Just a
everybody.
baseline note. Sometimes it came
Yeah.
in a free cover from your bank that was plastic.
Mhm.
That collected all the dust in your wherever you had it.
That is hilarious. So
But
true.
to Christian's point, Christian, we may have to start with that as our first potential story on Hunky Tops.
I don't hate it. Yes, it's a good idea. It's a good thought.
This boy is beautiful. Anyway,
The
moving on.
Halloween hunk.
Halloween
Yes.
hunks. Yeah.
So I guess the question is for the people listening. What's your favorite Halloween memory? Or what's your Halloween tradition that you do by yourself, with your family, with your chosen family, your spouse, whoever it is in your life? What do you do? How do you celebrate Halloween? Let us know. Write us a comment, send us messages. We want to know. We want to hear about from you, and we want to talk with you. And Joe, if people want to talk with you, where can they find you?
So they can find me on Instagram, Joseph Federico, or text me directly, talk about a marketing consult, talk about horror, talk about Halloween, whatever you want, or purchase some stickers and books, 973-289-3517.
Perfect. Thank you, Joe. What about you, Señor Scary? Where can people find you if they want to reach out?
Absolutely. Should you have any questions about Halloween or horror, feel free to drop me a line at seniorscary.com. That's my main website. You can also find me on socials at Señor Scary Official, YouTube, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. It's never going to roll out the tongue, but yeah,
It's totally fine.
that's
All the
where you can
social.
find me. And I do love talking Halloween, so there's no dumb questions.
Perfect.
Thank you so much, Señor Scary. And if people want to find me, they can just go to hunkytalks.com. There's contact forms there and links to all my social media. If you talk with Hunky Talks on any social media platform, the messages you'll receive are from me because I'm the one and only person behind all of them. So don't hesitate, reach out, let's chat Halloween and
He's the
Hunky
one.
Talks and everything else. And thank you. Thank you for tuning in, Señor Scary. Thank you so much for your time, for spending
Yeah,
some
thank you.
spooky moments with us.
Thank you for having me on.
As always, great seeing you all. And stay hunky. Talk to you soon.
Happy Halloween.